Okay, right. So the first card you've got for your past is this Four of Cups. So yeah, obviously this is all about, no, I'm rejecting this. I'm rejecting what's in front of me. I don't want this anymore. And I'm moving out of that. So that's the kind of feeling I'm getting there. And also, my eye's just going all the way down to the bottom now, to the Eight of Wands. And that's all about moving forward. So what I'm getting with the two of these, it's kind of like, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting this behavior from someone. And, if you want to change, you can come with me. I'm moving forward, you can come with me. But if you're not going to change, then you can't come with me. So, yeah, there's a specific person here that you're feeling this about. And I think it might be a love connection. But also, I think generally, you've had a lot of takers around you. I'm getting this feeling of being really drained, and you don't want to have any more of those people around you anymore. You're trying to progress, you're trying to move forward in your life, and I think this is a big turning point in your life, actually. It's a little bit of a difficult process to go through, to change from one way to another way, and there are a lot of problems along the way, but I think you're going in the right direction now. And yeah, I think you're a very loyal friend. I don't think that will change. And I think you're a very supportive friend. You're a very supportive person. Yeah, you're a good listener as well. And I think people might have told you that. You're going to stay. You're going to keep all those qualities. But if you're starting to feel drained, that's the end. Or if you've got someone around you that really drains you all the time, and I think there are a few of those kinds around you, you're going to kind of separate yourself in some way or move away from that as much as you can. And yeah, I'm getting a specific person here. It feels like, this is what I'm getting for someone. This is specific, but I just want to say this. I'm getting this in my mind. I've got you sitting there, and you're holding the phone to your ear, and you're listening to someone, and they're talking on and on and on. You're like, oh, this is going on and on, and I want to be there for them. I really do, but this is the most draining conversation. This is just so exhausting. I can't get a word in. I can't do anything. And it's almost like, it's not like they're appreciating me being here. It's more like they're using me as a cup, like this Four of Cups. And they're pouring everything into me. And I'm just exhausted. I'm absorbing everything. And who absorbs my energy? Who helps me? So it's kind of like I think that's one turning point. I'm seeing a few different turning points here. That's one of them. It's like, I am so exhausted after this conversation. And you look at the Five of Cups here. You've got the Five of Cups right in the middle, and he's got this big black cape on, this man. And black, especially, dark clothes, that's why we all wear dark clothes in winter. It keeps the heat in. And, if you've ever been, in a car, in a black car, that's been in the middle of a car park or something, and you've gone into a shop in the middle of summer for an hour or something, you come out and it's boiling. Once you open the door and you're exhausted, you're boiling, you're drained. And that's how this person made you feel. And that's how a few people around you are making you feel. Overwhelmed, exhausted, drained. I'm getting all those kinds of feelings. So you're making a big adjustment here. You're getting your own energy back. You're not letting anyone drain you anymore. You're moving forward. And I think people are going to either have to change, or you're going to be keeping them at a distance because they can't come with you where you're going. You're really moving into a whole new phase in your life, I think. And the Temperance card's about that as well. The Temperance card's about, I'm moving up. I'm moving upwards. I'm not staying where I was, I should say, anymore. I'm moving up into the new me. I'm flying up. Look at these wings there. And that takes time. It takes time for you to adjust to that new way of thinking, to not be that, friend on the end of the phone all the time anymore. It takes time. It takes an effort to change like that. And so there's a little bit of healing as well, because I think you're going to lose a few people along the way. They're not going to be very happy about this. So, you've got healing there in the Temperance card with those daffodils as well. So there's going to be, you're going to adjust. You're going to be like, right, I'm moving forward. I'm really determined to not let any of these people drain me anymore. And then you're going to move back a bit. You're going to take a bit of a step back and say, oh, that's a bit too much for me. I feel a bit anxious. I'm not feeling right. I'm feeling a bit odd, not myself. And then you're going to adjust to that again, and then you'll move forward again. It's not a linear process. There are ups and downs, but you're definitely going in that way where you're at the focus now. So I'm really, really happy to see that for you, because I think you're a very supportive person, but it's time for you to be, to come out of yourself and be more in yourself right now. Right, so I'm getting a love connection here as well with this Four of Cups. Obviously, this is about, I don't know if I want this. I don't know if I want this. I need to take a step back. So that's what I'm seeing to you in love as well. And the problem here is, well, it's not a problem, it's a good thing, but you really have a lot of deep feelings for this person. You really do. It feels like you've really fallen for this person. Now, I have to say this, you might not realize this, because I'm getting a few, it feels a little bit ambiguous. It feels like you're not quite sure where you are with this love connection. They do have feelings for you. They absolutely do. There's a lot of confusion in their head. I'm getting that. But it's like, it's really difficult for you, because I think you've had a history with this person. I'm seeing a lot of backwards and forwards. It might be that you've separated, it might be that you've come back together again. It might be that you're just kind of in this no man's land of just talking. And I think maybe that's where you are right now, because it feels like you're a little bit frustrated if this is you, and you're just talking and you're not sure where you are. Because I'm getting this kind of, where are we? Are we in a relationship? Are we talking? And if we're talking, where's it going? Where is it leading? Where are we going? Because you're all about right now moving into a new direction with this Eight of Wands down here. So it's kind of like that doesn't fit in with where you're going. You're not coasting along getting nowhere. You want everything in your life and everyone in your life and everything you're doing to fit into this new purpose that you're kind of going into now, if that's you. So, and it's not easy. It's not easy because, if you do put your foot down, which I think that's what you feel like doing if that's you, you're afraid you might lose them. And if you go along coasting along with this kind of just casual talk or not quite knowing where you are, it's not satisfying. So you've got to make a decision one way or the other. I think what's happening now is, this is the feeling I'm getting, and I'm looking at this Four of Cups again. It feels like you're pulling away. You're pulling away from them because, you're sick of this kind of, or you're tired of this kind of, where am I, what's happening? And so it's like, well, if they're not coming forward to me and they're not giving me all their proper energy and they're not giving me their attention and they're not showing me where they're going with this, I'm going to take a step back myself. So I think that might be what you're doing. And also I think you're taking this step back, if this is you, you're taking this step back to assess things, to assess this relationship for yourself, to think, is this what I really want? I'm not happy with how things are going, but I do love them. I've got feelings for them. So, I'm at this kind of crossroads. So I've got to take a step back and really clear my head. Also, you've got to clear your head from all these other problems that you've taken on from everyone else. So you've got to get all that out of your head, out of your energy, take a step back and really think about, what do I want here? What do I want here? Is this what I want? And what actually can I do about it? What can I do to kind of get satisfied in this relationship? What can I ask them? What can I talk to them about? And so that all needs to be very clear in your head. And also with them, they're very confused. Very, very confused. They're all over the place. I don't know if they really know what they want right now. I can tell you that they've got feelings for you if this is you, but that doesn't mean that's going to... that's going to turn into a full-on commitment from them. I really can't say at this time. So if you are pulling back from them, I think that's the right thing for you to do right now. They're feeling that. They're absolutely feeling that. They're not very happy about that. But I think this is something that you need to do. I really do, if that's you. Very complex situation. It's not as easy as just, okay, let's step back. Let's make a decision. Do I want this or not? No, it's quite complicated, quite involved. And again, you've got a lot of history, I think, with this person as well. It's not just like, oh, I've met them and I need to make a decision. No, a lot of back history. So yeah, I think you're doing the right thing in taking a step back and really thinking about this clearly, if that's you. And all these adjustments you're making, with all these people you're leaving behind, all that, energy you're leaving behind, all that kind of thing, you're really changing as a person. You're not just the friend that listens to everyone. You're not just the person that's there, to be there for everyone else. You're coming into yourself now. And those kinds of adjustments, even when they're positive ones, it takes time to really adjust. And you're going to have pain, you're going to have problems. It's not going to feel right for you. You're going to feel odd. And there are going to be times when you're going to want to go back to where you are again. But you can't. Once you're moving forward in this energy with the Eight of Wands and they're bursting forward, you can't go back. You can't, and you know that. So it is going to be a bit up and down. But it's growing pains. It's growing pains. When you grow into a new, into getting bigger and stronger and moving on in your life, it takes pain to do that sometimes. So if you're going through pain, if it's difficult for you, just know that you're moving into the right place for you. You really are. Right, so the first card you've got for your present is this Nine of Swords. Yeah, very, very sad. Yet they're feeling this, that they're feeling you pulling away. They're really, look at that card. So they're feeling that. And you can see that there because you've got the Four of Cups there. You've got the Cup of Love there. You're saying no. You're kind of moving away from that love and they can feel that and look at how they're feeling. So they're not happy. That they're very unhappy with you doing that. But you're not just pulling away because you feel like doing that. It's not like, oh, what do I do today? Oh, nothing on Netflix. Let's just pull away. It's not that. You're really thinking about this carefully. If you didn't love them, you just move on, but you're not doing that. You're taking a step back to really assess this because you do love them and you do want them in your life, but you can't have them in your life in the way that it's been going on, kind of leading around to nowhere and just kind of, chatting casually and who knows where this is going. You can't have that in your life anymore if that's you. And also you're reacting. What you're doing is a reaction to how they've been behaving. I'm not saying they're bad or they're wrong, but it's not good for you. You can't just coast along anymore. So you're reacting to what they're doing. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of fear. And I think that's how they're feeling. It's almost like they do have feelings for you. It's so strange. I'm trying to get my head around this because they're very confused. But it's like they're afraid of love. They're afraid of commitment. And so they're turning their back on that, which is what this woman's doing in this card. She's turning her back on the Four of Cups. So it's like, I'm turning my back on that. I'm turning my back on commitment. I really don't want that. I don't quite know what I want. But if they're going to move away from me, I feel really sad. I feel really upset. So what does that mean to me? I've got to make a decision about that. And they are going to have to eventually make a decision on this. What do they actually want? They don't know what they want right now. It's very, very strange. What I can tell you is they don't want to lose you. They don't want to end this because in the Five of Cups here, you've got a bridge there. So they want to keep that bridge opened. They want to keep that connection going between you. But you can't keep going along as you are. You need to know where you're going now. This is the new you. You're going forward with a purpose. So, okay, this is what I'm getting. What this is leading up to, I think it's leading up to a big conversation between you. You're going to have a big conversation. You're going to lay this out on the table. You're going to tell them how you feel. They're going to open up finally and tell you how they feel. And you're going to have this conversation and it's going to lead you to either one way or the other way in this relationship. It's going to go forward or backwards. It's not going to stay where it is. And you have to have this conversation. It's hard for both of you, but you're going to have this. You're going to have to know which way you're going. So Yeah, I can't tell you exactly when that's going to happen. I can't quite see that. I think it depends on how long it takes you for your head to clear, and also how long it takes them to get out of this confusion. It's going to be hard for the both of you, but it needs to happen. This has to happen. And yeah, look at this Emperor. You've got the Emperor right next to this as well. And the Emperor is all about, no, I'm moving forward. I'm the Emperor. I'm the leader of, the leader of the army. He's got his, suit of armor on. So it's like, no, I'm pushing forward with this. This is what has to happen. So what I think is the universe is going to force you both into this conversation at the right time for you. And you both need this. You both need this conversation. You both need to come to a decision about what you want. That's what I'm seeing. And it is going to happen at some time. I wish I could tell you when it was going to happen. But it depends on a lot of things. It depends on what's happening in your head and what's happening in their head. And once you're a lot clearer and they are, I think that's when you're both going to be ready to have this conversation. It's absolutely make or break. I know that sounds dramatic, but that's what I'm seeing for someone here. Okay, right. So with this Nine of Pentacles, I'm just looking at this now. Beautiful, peaceful card, absolutely beautiful card. And this is what you want. You don't want any more drama. You don't want any people that are going to drain you. You want to be in this beautiful garden. You want to be in this garden of peace. That's where you want to be. And if you look at this Eight of Wands on the left of this, it's flying into this. So this is where you're heading. You're purposely heading into this, where this woman is. And you're going to get there. You absolutely are. But yeah, it's a difficult shift. You have to clear out a lot of people. You have to clear out a lot of things. You might even have to clear out clutter around you, in your home, in your car, in your office, wherever you've got clutter, clearing all that out. You can't have peace when you're in mess, so you've got all that to clear out. And yeah, anyone that doesn't give you that peace, I think you're going to kind of move back from as well. A lot of people are going to struggle. Yeah, a lot of people are going to struggle. They're not going to like the new you. They're not going to like the new you. Because to a lot of these people, not to everyone, but to a lot of these people, you're like a big comfy sofa or an armchair. They come at the end of the day and they sit on you, not literally, I hope not. They sit down and they're like, oh, now I'm comfortable. I've let all that out. You're not an armchair. You're not a piece of furniture. You're a person with feelings. You're not a thing. You're not there to let everyone's old energies onto you. You're there because you're a person. You're there for you. You're not there, to be there for everyone else. So, they're going to have to adjust to that. It's not fun. If you've had a comfy armchair sitting in the corner of your room and you sit in it every day and suddenly it's gone, you're not going to like that. So they're not going to like that. And what's really interesting is, I just want to show you this. So this woman on this card, she's in the Garden of Eden. She's in the Garden of Eden, or these two trees up here on the horizon. That's what they represent. They represent the Garden of Eden. One's the tree of life, one's the tree of knowledge. And if you think about Eve, who's a woman as well, like this woman, in the Garden of Eden, she made a choice. She made a choice, and a lot of people don't like that choice. It was a bad choice. A lot of people say that Eve brought down man by her choice. They changed the course of life by her choices. And she's vilified to this day because of her decisions. So you're going to be, maybe not vilified, maybe you will be, but a lot of people aren't going to like your decisions, and they're going to tell you, I'm not happy with your decision. I don't like that. I'm not happy with that. But you're doing the right thing, and you are. You're heading in the right direction. So don't let anyone tell you, oh, I don't like how your real supporters are going to be happy with this direction you're going in. It's the people that want you to be their armchair or even their doormat. They're the ones that aren't going to be happy with you. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Okay, there's something a little bit specific here. I'll just talk about this briefly because it's all about, okay. I'm getting family here for someone. It's a little bit specific as well. So, there's family here. It feels like someone's a little bit competitive. It feels like someone's a little bit jealous of you. It feels like someone's got something on their mind about you that's not really true. And so if that's happening to you, if you're hearing rumours about you, gossip, things like that, and it's happening around a family, it's coming from someone who's in your family, it's coming from a relative, they've got the wrong idea about you. And I think with this person, if that's you, if you know who that is, I would keep away from them, because I think you're going to be tempted to kind of argue your point, defend yourself, do all that kind of thing. And I think with this particular individual, you'd be best not to do that, because I think if you do that, if you want to do that, that's up to you, obviously. But I think you're going to fuel more negativity if you do that. You know, you're going to have to, and then that's going to take more of your energy. That's going to drain you anymore. I think this is one of the universe's little traps coming to you and saying, look at this person talking about you. Are you going to give this energy? And so that's the trap. And I think the right answer for you is to say, no, I'm not going to give this my energy. They've got the wrong idea of you. They've got this idea that you've got something they don't have. Might be money, might be possessions, might be something you're successful in. That they really need to work on their own life, actually, and you know that. But again, there's no point in talking to this person right now. They might change eventually. But, I really think what you need to do is stand back from this as well. Yeah, this is something you just need to clear out of your energy as well. And sometimes the universe can send these little, I don't want to say traps, but little challenges for us to see, are you ready? Are you really ready to move on properly? So I think that's what one of these are. That's what this is, I should say. I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied because I really hate jealousy. And I'm seeing that around this. There's lots of jealousy, lots of competitiveness. They're like, where am I in my life? Where are they? Oh, they're not there where I want to be, so I'm going to say things about them. I'm getting lots of that. If you hear lots of nasty words about you, it's jealousy, and it's coming from family, if that's you. Anyway, I want to move on from that because it's really horrible. All you need to do really is just to rise above that and not to give it any energy. It's another one of these little things that are coming in front of you. Right, so the first card you've got for your future is this Emperor here. Okay, right, so I'm getting something official. It might be something to do, it feels like something government official or some kind of official thing. It feels like an application for someone. This is quite specific again. So if you're applying for something and it's to do with government, if it's forms, because I'm seeing lots of forms here. Lots of stress around these forms. Yeah, it's a big pile actually. It's like, oh, this is so confusing. I've got all these forms. I don't know what I'm doing with this. What I want to tell you is, if you're applying for something, especially if it's something to do with a government or it's some kind of official thing you're applying to, might be a license, might be something like that. The first thing I want to tell you is, keep on doing this. Don't run away from this. Don't give up on this. Keep pushing forward with this. Take your time. Try not to be stressed. There's a lot riding on this. I'm feeling a lot of stress around this. So if this is you, take one step at a time. Put one foot in front of the other. Just do a page at a time if you need to. Just do a question at a time if you need to. Leave the bits blank you don't understand. And if you mess up, it's okay. You can get another form, you can start again. Because what I'm seeing, there's lots of chances here. Lots and lots of chances. It feels really daunting, but actually it's quite welcoming. It doesn't look like that. You've got the Emperor with his grumpy face here, and you've got the Chariot with his grumpy face, and I think that's how it looks to you. A big, scary, armed forces kind of government official kind of thing, and oh, it's me against them, and what if I get something wrong, and I'm afraid to put a foot out of it. Don't be like that. Just relax. One foot in front of the other. If you mess up, ask for another form, start again. It's okay. If you keep on going with this, you are going to get there in the end. I'm seeing a yes. It might not be a yes right away because I'm seeing you having to redo some things, but there's a yes to whatever this official form is, whatever this thing you're applying to is, there is a yes if you keep on going. Again, you've got the Chariot here. The Chariot's about pushing forward with the determination, and you'll get to where you want to be at the end. But don't stress about this. Don't stress about this. There are lots of chances you'll get there in the end. So if you've messed up, If you've got a no, try again, keep trying, and you'll get there in the end. That's what I want to say for someone.